the Talking Dead After Show, where you can post questions live on the comment stream right here on TalkingDead.com. We're going to answer whatever you want. With me again are Michael Zegen, Kevin Smith, and Scott Wilson. So let's just go straight to the viewer questions. This is from Philippe M, live streaming on TalkingDead.com. If Andrea is better at shooting than cleaning, shouldn't she be doing that? Maybe trade Jimmy for Andrea. He can wash dishes, right?
People seem very, I guess they live in a much more gender-defined world than I do. Like, I hear a lot of people talk about, in the future with the zombies, man, chicks should be allowed to fight. And I'm like, you all never dealt with my wife. We're in the present without zombies, and all she does is fight and make my life miserable. So
right.
I'm used to tough women, man. This is nothing new to me. All these chicks on the show who are like ready to kill, I've been raised by women like that, man. They're fierce.
And maybe Jimmy's terrible at doing dishes, you know? Who knows?
Well, I think also just the idea that, you know, we're in the deep South, and sometimes I am from the South, and you know, we live a little different coastally than folks in the South where I grew up. You're from Georgia, right?
From Georgia, yeah.
Yeah.
This
so,
dude, tell him where, show him, this we're on the web, right? We
yeah.
now?
I don't know if we can curse.
Can we curse on the web?
Can we curse on the web? Producer? No, we can never curse on the web. Oh, but you can take your wiener out. Don't take your wiener out.
There it is. There's my moment. Whip out your filmic wiener, sir, if you will, and tell them the first two movies that you were ever in.
Well, the first film I was in was In the Heat of the Night.
In the Heat of the Night, dude.
Yeah.
Go ahead, second one.
And the second one was In Cold Blood.
In Cold Blood, dude.
Those are your first two movies in the late 60s. Was it 67 and 69?
They both were. They came out in '67.
Yeah, and so you actually, I heard that you actually hitchhiked from Georgia to California.
I did, yeah.
Wow.
I had $40 though.
You had $40. How did you just start auditioning, or was that an accident getting into acting?
I got drunk and ended up in an acting class.
That's what happened to Herschel. That's why you quit drinking.
That's right. I was home when I was 15. No,
yeah.
I was 19, and I found out I liked acting, so I stayed with it. And I'm still trying to learn how.
You never hear that. That is the best story I've ever heard. You never hear about people getting drunk and making good decisions, and that is the one time I've ever heard. We have a caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name's Chris. I'm from Destin, Alabama.
Hey, man, what's your question?
Now that Shane's had a brush with death, will he go back to being good?
I mean, the question of good or bad, I don't know if he's
I would
good or
never
bad.
consider him bad. I think he's just a survivalist at heart, and he's just like, you know, you do what you have to. Even explain the Otis thing this week, and you know, and when he explained it, I didn't feel that bad, and I should, because I'm a fat guy and I identified with Otis. But even as he explained it, I went back to my high school mentality where I was like, jock right, fat guy bad, you know, and gave him the benefit of the doubt. He was like, that guy was never going to make it. I put him down, and your boy got to live and stuff. And Rick seemed okay with it, too. Very okay with it.
Yeah.
Also, this wasn't exactly his first brush with death. I mean, this is like his 1000th, you know?
Right.
So I don't know if necessarily he's going to be, you know, a great guy now, but.
I mean, and the question is Rick even a great guy? I mean, the idea is that if you're in his inner circle, then he'll do anything to protect you. And if you're not inside that circle, he will do anything to you to protect them. Yeah. So, I mean, I think from a certain point of view, you know, Rick may not be the best guy in the world. This is from Tim T, live streaming on TalkingDead.com. The group has responded to, how would the group have responded to Andrea if Beth had killed herself? What do you think, Scott?
Oh. What do I perished the thought that should happen, that she would kill herself.
Right.
I mean, what would they do? I mean, Andrea almost did herself in.
Yeah.
At one point, she almost stayed at the CDC. That's what it was called.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, so she seems to have got over it.
Yeah.
You know, and hopefully, you would think that Beth would as well. Would get over the.
I think she did her a favor by allowing her to be in a situation where she could decide if she wanted to live or die. Because, like she said, now she knows she wants to. Now she knows she wants to be
help
alive.
her get over it, giving her that.
It is always better above ground. That is for sure. So even in the land of the Walking Dead, it's got to be better above ground. This never occurred to me, and I mean, maybe you knew this one, but I saw it on Twitter this week, and I was like, oh my God, that's brilliant. The Walking Dead refers to the survivors.
To the people, yeah.
I thought it was the walkers, but they're like, no, man, the Walking Dead are these cats. They're going to die. I was like, that's so clever.
Yeah,
That's cool.
And also, it also kind of makes you wrestle with the idea of who are really the dangerous ones. And the truth of the matter is the humans are way more dangerous than the zombies. This is from Charlie M. via email. When Rick says to Shane, you don't love her, is he trying to pull a Jedi mind trick like when Obi-Wan says, these aren't the droids you're looking for?
It was kind of like, you don't love her, man.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's weird to, like, say that to the dude. Like, I don't think he can say that. I would have taken the other approach, which was like, I know you love her, so take her and I'll leave you guys alone. You know? But I can't, that would never work. Like, let's say you were Shane, and you did fall for Lori in the absence of Rick, and then Rick comes back and he's like, you didn't love her. You can't erase that. He felt something for her. It was obvious he was I think he was in love with her. That's my take on it.
I think it could have been just the sort of the symptom of the apocalypse in this situation they were on. But I think Rick, it's very important for Rick to kind of alpha Shane a little bit and be like, you don't love her, that's my baby, she's my wife, you're either with us or you're against us.
There was a lot of testosterone in this episode.
Huge.
A lot of like, that's my wife and my son, I own these things, these are mine. A lot of possessive things,
Yeah.
But I think Shane definitely must have loved Lori way beforehand, you know.
Sure.
I mean, once Rick was out of the picture, it was like he moved in, you know, so fast. So it must have been something that he had been, you know, thinking about for a long time.
Your husband's dead. Why are your pants off, Shane? Well, we got to move on, you know? I mean, it's like, we need to live. You went to school with John Bernthal, didn't you? You went to college with John Bernthal. And we have a photo of the two of you guys from theater. What is happening there? I hope that's from theater.
Yeah, it is.
Because it looks like a transaction has occurred. What are you guys? I didn't mean it that way. You guys, come on. What play was that?
It was called A Slight Case of Murder. It
Yeah.
was like a screwball comedy. Very, I think it was 1930s Runyon-esque. I think it was written by Damon Runyon, who did Guys and Dolls.
Right.
I actually don't remember what that was.
It's more like a slight case of rectal.
Kevin Smith.
But no. Actually, knowing John was great because when I showed up to Georgia, he took me around. He introduced me to everybody, and you don't get that a lot as a guest star.
Everyone who works on the show who has John Bernthal stories is like, he's like the greatest guy in the world, but he scares the crap out of me as Shane.
Yeah, he could scare the crap out of you even if you knew him. You know.
Yeah.
He's an interesting character.
And you guys went to Skidmore College.
Mm-hmm. Skidmore College.
Yeah, that's awesome.
He's a little older than me, but you know, he's a great guy.
That's fantastic. You guys didn't know? He didn't know you were.
No. I mean, we hadn't talked in a long time. So when I showed up, it was like, what? You know, it was great. It was really.
In the old Skidmore College handshake, or whatever that would have been.
Which we just saw in that
Which
picture.
we just saw right there. You put on a sweater and he gives you $100. Yeah. Guys, just for fun, we're gonna play a little game of Would You Rather. So, Michael, this goes to you. If you were a zombie, would you rather eat Otis or a horse?
Zombies crave human flesh, don't they? I mean, they eat animals too, but it's the humans that they really want. And Otis was big, so he could.
How big?
Bigger than you.
Thanks, man.
Too bad for the other guy.
Next movie like that.
Right I mean, I'd go Otis. He would last a long time.
All right. I like the zombie just planning ahead. Well, we can put him in Ziploc bags and take him on a zombie
Store him in the
picnic.
fridge.
Kevin, if you returned, would you rather be put down or allowed to roam? Because they always say in the movies, like, if I start to turn, man, kill me. And I'm like, what? Why?
Not me, no way. I'm just like, if I start to turn, just get me far away from people with guns and put a lot of chickens around me. Remember they were tossing them chickens in the barn, man, and they seemed to go for it. So I'd be like, just keep feeding me chicken. If you can get it from McDonald's, that'd be great. If not, I'll eat raw chicken. But just get me away from these people with guns.
Well, you're a very congenial zombie.
Nice
if you can get me the chicken,
totally.
great.
If it can, I'll go vegan, I guess.
Otherwise, grr. This is for Scott. Would you rather lose an arm or an eye during the zombie apocalypse? What do you need more?
I don't know. I guess I would need what? an arm, I think, more.
You need your arm more.
Yeah.
So you're gonna.
How can I operate on people without an arm?
That's true.
You know, one arm, one hand, you can't do it. You got to have two.
Yeah. So they can take your eye. You don't.
Yeah.
There's no more driving tests.
No more.
So
no more.
you'd
Yeah.
totally be fine without an eye.
Yeah.
Kevin, would you rather wake up in a hospital a month into the zombie apocalypse or enjoy it from the beginning?
Based on Shane's description tonight, where he's like, they were just shooting people in the hallways, man, they weren't even patients. I started getting scared just listening to him. So the idea of being there for the beginning, no. Waking up later on, absolutely, because apparently everything works out for you, as it always does for Rick. You find your wife, you got your kid. Even though your buddy stooped your wife, you're okay with it.
Yeah.
You meet nice people, hang out on the farm, it's all good.
Everything's fine. Yeah, they seem happy. Michael, would you rather be the bicycle girl walker or the well walker?
Not the well walker. I'd rather be bicycle girl. At least she had the bicycle. She could get around.
Yeah.
You know, the well walker was kind of stuck in one place, and then you got split in half.
Giant waterlogged, like well walrus,
all bloated
down there, just all bloated and disgusting. Scott, who would you rather have on your side in a shootout, drunk Herschel or sober Herschel?
Yeah, you ask me tough questions, you know. You say Herschel's a drunk or something?
No, please, I can't fight. But just like Herschel, like old Herschel or new Herschel, I guess is
well,
the difference.
give me an old Herschel and a gun. He can take care of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And an alcohol. A little drink doesn't hurt.
Just a little swig and then a gun, and where do I aim? And
That's
then,
it.
Yeah, everything's fine. Yeah. We have a call, I think, actually. Someone's going to call in right now. And what is your question? Hello, are you there?
My question is for Michael. Do you think Randall's chances at survival would have been heightened if he hadn't mentioned Maggie?
If he hadn't what? I'm sorry?
If he hadn't mentioned Maggie.
Oh, I mean, but they were leaving him at this place that obviously had a ton of zombies around. And he was tied up, you know, with the legs and the hands behind his back. So no, I don't. I actually think it probably helped that he mentioned her, because they came back, and that's when the whole zombie fights happened. And so, yeah.
I was an idiot, because when I saw that, I'm like, oh, well, they're going to like him now. Like, I thought their struggle was, oh, he's sort of one of the people now. Right. And then I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. It's because he knows where they live.
Yeah.
Right.
And they have to take him out for that reason.
Right.
Would you be able to, let's say you're in a zombie apocalypse, and you know that you're not sure if this person is dangerous or not. Could you just start shooting people in the face just so they make sure that you would protect your home?
Yeah, I mean, but that's Rick's whole struggle, is that, you know, he doesn't know if he's good or bad. And obviously with the guys at the bar, they were bad dudes. You know, they were talking about essentially raping the women on the farm. So so the thing about Randall is, you know, he's helpless. He's got this bum leg. And he's a kid, and you know, I think that's really tearing Rick apart here. He doesn't know what to do.
This is a question from @MelissaL.Dork. That is her Twitter name. Kevin, Rick went back for Shane when he was almost zombie food. Think Shane would have done the same thing for Rick?
I mean, anyone else, I'd say probably no, but he seems to love Rick, genuinely love Rick, and his frustration with him when he's like, you're not meant to lead and stuff like that. It comes from a place of affection, you know, and even in their flat-out emo bitch fight this evening, it was more, you know, it was one ass grab away from, you know, hardcore porn almost, because they were, you could see how much, like, you know, when dudes fight, they're like, I hate you, all it takes is one, I love you, you know. Suddenly they could flip the script, so you could see a lot of love there in the midst of that fight. I can't imagine Shane leaving Rick behind.
I don't think so either.
No.
I think he might have a moment where you're like, maybe, nah, I guess not.
I think if Rick didn't see those two guys in the two zombies, the walkers in the cop outfits, I don't think he goes back. He looked like he was kind of like, forget it, I'm done, man. This is my moment. And then he was like, I can't do it.
Yeah. So this is, we're almost wrapped up here on the Talking Dead after show. But before we go, what can we expect from next week's episode of Comic Book Men?
Next week on Comic Book Men, we exploit the zombie craze, and there's a zombie element running through the show. Ming decides to find a way to bring customers into the store by creating Day of the Walking Deal, where they all put on zombie makeup and whatnot, and that's supposed to do better business for the store. It's kind of funny.
Well, congratulations again on the show, and I always enjoy, and this is just totally just me saying this to you, but I always enjoy what you guys are doing at Smodcast.
And vice
just the way
versa.
that you're sort of
industry,
well, I appreciate that, but I just enjoy the way you guys are expanding your podcast empire, because for the rest of us, it's almost like, oh my God, those are such good ideas.
It's fun, man. It's like a real wild time where, as you know, it's like you can just jump online, record something, and suddenly you have your own show. You can build networks from it. Sky's the limit, man. Anybody can do it because we're all conversationalists. We can all talk. Doesn't take talent.
Yeah. Well, congratulations again. And please, thank you. A huge hand again from Michael Zegen, Scott Wilson, and Kevin Smith. Thanks for joining us tonight. Stick around on TalkingDead.com where you can find behind-the-scenes footage, trivia questions. The Undead conversation continues 24/7. I'm Chris Hardwick. Thanks again for watching, you guys. Take it easy.